What the fuck? Yep. Apparently, I'm 40 now. Okay? So, first of all, you now have to pay a lot of attention to what I say here because I'm so much wiser now. I can feel it. I'm an old man and you owe me a lot of respect now. No way. So, welcome to my house again. Welcome to a Drumsticks Sunday again. It's kind of a title now for me now. So, first of all, thanks to all of you for happy birthday and Facebook or social network and blah blah blah. And it's really great for me. I'm fully honest here. I'm super happy to turn 40. I think it's great you have to be able to enjoy every part of your life, and for me it's great to start a new decade, and I'm going for it, man. I'm gonna crush it, okay? I'm going for the 50s, come on. So it's great. I hope you do the same and enjoy and never forget about the crisis, and you don't need to buy a car or whatever. Just enjoy, have fun, do what you like, and let's go for it, okay? Second thing, another thanks, or big thank you to all of you that let me know that you're watching the videos, okay? And I don't mean likes or shares or blah blah blah. As I told you, I don't care about that. But you wrote me or let me know that you're watching the videos. It's great for me to know that you're enjoying, and I don't know if it helps you, but at least you have fun. But it's really great. So thanks to all of you, especially this week to. First of all, Alessandro, I told you you are guilty of me doing this in English. Sebastian, of course, another good friend that is making really great videos too of rhythm and exploring sounds, and it's great, man. That note to that. Benoit for your questions, of course, and Corey this week, great guy that has one of the biggest kids I know, and. He's an also guy and also friend, so thanks Cody again. So let's go for it. Let's go. Let's work, okay? This week I've been using the Joey Heredia signature model from VicFirth too. And okay, first of all, the measures about the sizes. I have to say it's just in the middle. The diameter is just in the middle between a 5A and a 5B in the middle, okay? Great diameter for me. I'm enjoying this. I think I can get used to this. Okay, sometimes for me 5B is too much, depending on the style, but I think this is more versatile, and I like it. Okay, the length is a little bit more than a standard 5A or 5B. Okay, if this is standard 5A, and I don't know if you are able to notice the difference, but it's just a little. It's kind of the if we stretch the tip of the 5A, you get a little bit more. So that's it. Okay, and super short taper, and the strangest tip I ever seen. So what I have to say, okay, let's go for the conclusions. First of all, the rebound, the lack of rebound. So there's no rebound with this, okay? This sucker is not gonna help you with that. You have to work, man. So that's not bad, of course, because sometimes you don't need the rebound or you don't want the rebound, okay? Because when you get more control on the hit, and it's different. You play different. In my case, I play completely different when you don't have rebound. So I was expecting that, because as you can see, there's barely it doesn't have taper. It's just a little bit, of course, but not too much. So and the tip is it's kind of big. I mean, it's long, so you have a lot of surface hitting the cymbal or the drum head or whatever. So it's you don't have rebound. Okay, so you have to work. Maybe it's that good. Well, I'll let you know later what I think about that. Okay. Okay, so that's something you have to know about this drumstick. You have to you can't expect a lot of rebound with this. Second thing, maple. You know a lot about that now. At this point, you know what happens with maple, right? Okay, what happens? Come on, let me know. No way. You don't know it? Really? Okay, I'll tell you again, but this is the last time I'm telling you that, okay? the maple, it's lighter, so less weight, less volume, or less sound, let's say. So that's it, okay? It's a maple drumstick, so you don't have that rebound, you don't have that weight, so you get less volume from the drumstick. And the most important thing of this drumstick is the tip, okay? Okay, what happens with this tip? For me, the thing I noticed the most is that you get a really, really big open sound. Okay, why? Because the tip is so long. It's kind of a bullet, as you can see here. So you have a lot of surface hitting the. Let's talk about the cymbals, because as I was saying, toms, I don't notice. I think there's no difference for me, and all the drumstick I've been using on the toms sounds the same for me. On the snare, for example, you get a deeper sound. I don't know if deeper, it's more fat maybe. Okay, less definition, of course. But you notice that a lot in cymbals in general. Okay, on the right, it's so clear, the difference when you hit. I mean, when you hit like this, okay, in kind of a flat hit, because there's a lot of surface. There's no you can barely see a difference between the tip and the taper or the drumstick. So sometimes you hit with a lot of surface, and okay, in the right, for example. So you get a really open sound, more bright maybe, because you get more of the shh. Okay, this is a very important and technical definition. On the right you have the ping, and you have the shh. It's super. You have to know that. Okay, it's kind of scientific definitions of the hits or the sounds. So you have less click or ping and more shh with this. Okay, so the shh is more bright. It gives you a little bit of bright to the hit. So it's super clear with this drums. The same with the hi-hat. Okay, if you open a little bit the hi-hat, you can notice how it opens the sounds a lot. Okay, so that's what you get with this tip. At least for me, is what I've noticed the most. But there's a big but, that it's that when you have, because it's so long, if you change the angle of the hit, this happens with another tips I've been using. I don't remember now which one, but it's because if you go to the extreme, if you hit like this, it's just the opposite. It's so, it's super small surface or super small tip. But if you hit like this, happens that you hit with this part, not with this. So you get more definition at the same time. Okay, so it's so extreme that you not changing the angle of the hit, you notice a lot the difference. So with this you get more definition, and with this less definition and more open sound. It's something that you notice. In my case, I noticed because I was swinging, and sometimes you are more relaxed or whatever, and you hit different, no? And suddenly, if you put your elbow you up your elbow, you hit in a different position, right? So I noticed that the sound was much more clear. The ping was clearer. So that's something you can play with that. I also have to be honest with that. For me, it's kind of uncomfortable to play like this or to angle that, because I used to play. I used to have my set is kind of flat, so to do that I have to angle a lot my arm, and it's uncomfortable for me. But sometimes you can maybe want to make a point at a certain point of the song, and you can do that. Okay, so as a conclusion, for me, it's not a drumstick that I will use as a versatile drumstick, or something that I want to use in all kinds of music. Not for me. I think it's really great, the decision of using maple, because this drumstick with hickory, I think it will be much more, I don't know how to express that, rude maybe, so much wood here, so it would be maybe too rude. It's for me. But because of the maple, you get more sound from this, but at the same time you get less sound from the weight. So I think it's a good choice to have maple with this. So as a conclusion for me, it's that I think this drumstick fits really great. Well, I have two main goals for me for this drumstick. One is for practice on the pad, for example, because you don't get rebound, so it's great to work for fingers or the wrist, or you have to. I know there's many of you don't like that things. You prefer to practice with your actual drumsticks, but I disagree with you on that. I think it's great to have different options, and sometimes you want to practice with something that doesn't give you rebound. That's why, for example, I use towels on the pads. I don't like pads in general, but I think I use towels or everything. I put something to get less rebound and practice, and and get more strength on your fingers, on your wrist, on your touch in general. So it's good for that. And the other thing is when you want to play like kind of loosey, maybe kind of soul style or something more deep and slow, and you want to enjoy every hit, and you hit and let the drumstick stay and go deep, and for that I think they're awesome, because you get super open sound and super spread sound. You get a lot of colors and a lot of it's I think for that are perfect. So if you have a chance, give it a try and let me know. And it's been really funny to try something so extreme and strange. I really enjoy a lot. Okay, I remember on Monday I was about to throw this to the wall, but on Friday we're kind of friends. So give it a try if you can. Next week I'm super fast on this. Keith Carlock. Okay, I don't have to explain to you who is. I hope I don't have to explain that. Now, if you don't know who he is, go to YouTube, put Keith Carlock, and enjoy a lot. As I always say, because he's a beast on that, man. He's an awesome player. But I'm not using this for the signature or for being a Keith Carlock model. It's because of the Laker. I don't know the word for in English. I think it's Laker, something like that. I mean the substance that cover the drumstick. It's super dense here. I think maybe you can notice that it brights more than a regular drumstick. So it's something I've never ever think about trying that. And when I was watching the models and I saw this, and I remember Tom, the guy from the shop, told me that you have as you can see, it's more Laker here, or Laker, or whatever he called it. So I really, really want to try this, because I know many of you have problems with your hands swear a lot when you play, and sometimes you lose the drumstick while you're playing, and I don't know how this affects to that. I don't know if it's made for give you more grip or less grip. Maybe sometimes you need the drumstick to move better when you are sweating. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So I want to try. Okay. So Keith Carlock model. I promise I'm gonna find out how's the word for this. I'm going with Laker now, but maybe I'm totally creating that word, so you can use it if you want. Patent pending in any case. And I want to end with something very important. Okay. I'm getting serious now. When I was this Friday, I wrote. That I told you that I chose this drumstick because the Joey Heredia drumstick because I watch one of my favorite players, which is Carter McLean, using it. And okay, so I wrote him and I say, okay, I explain a little bit about the project and what I'm doing, and I thought, would you tell me, or could you tell me why you use this drumstick, what you like, and he started answering me that the most important thing is the music. Forget about the year. Don't be too micro about the year. Just the important is the music, the sound, all that. So finally, first, I don't know why he uses this drumstick, but the most important thing, first of all, second thing, and the most important one, I totally agree with you, Carter. I totally agree with that. For me, we are musicians. Drummers are musicians. So the most important thing is play for the music and get the sound that you want, the sounds that gives more value to the music you are playing. Okay, so I want to be super clear about that. Why? Because considering the answer, I think, to be honest, I think that maybe Carter, I was incapable to explain what I'm doing. I think he got the impression that I'm doing this. He got the impression that I'm doing this because I saw him using this, and I said, oh, because Carter used that, I have to use that. I think it's going. That's what happens. But in any case, taking advantage of the situation, I want to be clear about that. Okay, why I'm doing this not for just testing for testing. No. The main goal of this is explore the sound. The different sounds I can get from the drumstick, okay, and how can I use a drumstick to get the sound that I want for me and the sound that I want for the music I'm playing at that moment, okay. So that's why I always say I don't want to have one pair of drumsticks. I want to have a ton of that. But I want to know when I need to use one or when. So I think that's exactly what he was trying to say to me. I tried 2 times to explain again, but I don't know. I think maybe I was incapable to explain. So that's it. I want to end with that. Okay, just play for the music, man. Just explore sounds. The goal of this, first of all, is the project. I was doing this project anyway. The thing or the recording or the video thing happens after that. Okay, because I want to share this with you, so maybe you can, if you want to try, you can be more precise in what you want. I'm playing a lot of different things. As I told you, it's for me sometimes great to try something different, because you don't know what to expect and you think I'm not gonna like it, and then you like it. So, but sometimes you just don't want to go crazy, and you just need to. Maybe I want a little bit more definition for this song or for this, I don't know, for this session or whatever. So if you watch this and know that maybe at this point you know that, okay, maybe I should go with a round tip or maybe a longer taper that gives you more, remove weight and blah blah blah, all that things. I hope I can help you with that. But please always focus on the music. Okay, most important thing ever, because we drummers are musicians. I know many people don't think that, but we are. Okay, so it's all I have to say. Okay, sorry, because I think that the video is going to be longer this week, but I think I can help you with that. So as I told you, now I'm 14. I don't know who you are or where you are or how old are you, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna crush it. Okay. Have a really, really nice week. Keep practicing, exploring, and please let me know if you like the videos. Don't care about likes and blah blah. Let me know that. If you watch me on the street, or let me know that you're watching the videos. I know at least. Or of course, if you have any doubt or you want me to try a specific drumstick or whatever, I'm going for it. Okay. Bye bye. Have a nice week.